Hello students, welcome to this video. Today in this video, I'll be explaining you the importance of planning. Here are the importances and along with it, I've given you the key lines as well which you can learn. Let us come to the first importance of planning. Planning provides direction. It means that they act as a guide for deciding what action should be taken. Now, what is planning basically? Planning is deciding in advance what to do, how to do, when to do and by whom it is to be done. So, we are setting the objectives in the planning, we are setting the goals in the planning and we are deciding all these things, and these things we are forwarding to our employees. So that means the employees are also clear, and means the plans help us to guide them also, that what to do, how to do, when to do and by whom the work has to be done. Okay, so that is why it is being said that planning provides direction to the employees, that what sort of action, what work they have to perform for the set objectives, you can say. Next, come to the second importance, that is planning reduces risk of uncertainty. It means that it enables a manager to look forward and anticipate changes. Now, can the uncertainty be ended up? No. Uncertainty cannot be ended up. Okay, we can just reduce the uncertainties. How we can reduce the uncertainties? What we are doing in planning, we are planning for the future. That means when we are making the plan, so we are always keeping in mind all types of risk which can occur in future. So that means the managers are somehow, they are they are ready for some sort of risk they would be facing in the future, and that is why it reduces the risk of uncertainty. But we cannot finish up, we cannot end up all the uncertainties. Third is planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. That means it ensures clarity of thoughts and action, and work can be carried out smoothly. Now, we know that in planning again we are setting the objectives, so that means each and every employee is given the objective. But what will happen if there is no planning? अगर हम plans ही नहीं बनाएं तो क्या होगा, that the employees will not be clear that what work has to be performed, what action has to be taken, or what will happen, maybe one work is done by two people or one person is doing repeatedly the same work, so all whenever we are making the plans, so it helps us to reduce these overlapping and wasteful activities, because the employees are very clear in their mind that what they have to do. And why they are clear in mind? Because हम लोग objectives हमने बनाए हैं पहले ही, हमने targets को set किया है और उनको हमने वो targets दिए हैं that you have to do this work, and accordingly the employees are doing the work. So there is clarity of thoughts as well. Next is planning promotes innovative ideas. It means planning requires high thinking and it is an intellectual process. We know that planning is a mental exercise, it is an intellectual process and it involves high thinking. So when we are thinking, then automatically the ideas are coming in our mind. What if we are not doing the planning? अगर हम plan ही नहीं करेंगे तो ideas ही नहीं आएंगे. इसका आप एग्जाम्पल ले सकते हैं, जैसे आज के टाइम में जितनी भी कंपनीज हैं, दे आर ब्रिंगिंग लॉट्स ऑफ इनोवेटिव आइडियाज, दे आर प्लानिंग फॉर इट एंड देन दे आर ब्रिंगिंग आउट द इनोवेटिव आइडियाज फॉर द पैकेजिंग, because packaging today is considered a very important part of selling. So when you go into the market, आप देखते होंगे कि पैकेजिंग पे बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस किया जाता है, and there are different types of packagings available in the market for each and everything. So that is why planning promotes innovative ideas, because we are thinking in this process and then ideas are coming and then we are applying those ideas for fulfilling our objectives. Then next importance is planning facilitates decision making. That means planning involves deciding the best alternative from various alternatives. Now this is a very common thing, and it is in the process of the planning as well, that when we are setting the objectives, so we have various options to achieve the objectives. We have various alternatives that how we can achieve these objectives by option number 1, option number 2, option number 3 or option number 4. Now in the planning process, what we are doing, we are getting the alternatives, but finally we have to decide the best alternative, the most feasible alternative, and which has least negative results, that has to be opted. Okay, so that is why planning is facilitating, it is helping in decision making, because among the various alternatives, we are selecting the best alternative through which we can achieve our targets, we can achieve our organizational goals. The last one is planning establishes standard for controlling. That means planning provides the standards against which the actual performance is evaluated. We know that planning is the primary function, and once the planning function is performed, then only we can carry on the other functions, that is planning, then organizing, then staffing, then directing, and lastly controlling. And especially for the controlling function, because what we are doing in controlling, we are checking whatever standards we have made in planning, have we achieved as per the standards? Is the actual result is as per the standard? For example, if we are saying that we have to increase our sale 10%, this was our objective. So finally in controlling, we are checking, have we achieved that 10% sales? So we can say that planning establishes standard for controlling, because until and unless we are establishing the standards in the planning, we cannot check those the targets in the controlling process. So planning establishes standard for controlling. So student, these were the explanation of the importance of planning. I hope you liked the video. Thank you and have a nice day.